Test, test, 1, 2. Test, test, 1, 2. Test, test, 1, 2.
Can you smell?
Test, test, 1, 2. Microphones. Video mics, lav. Which one do you need first? Hello, welcome to the video. It has been a heck of a week. As you could probably tell, I haven't shaved or anything. Today we're going to be talking about microphones. Which one do you need first to get started with video production? Like with all questions, what should I buy? It's never a clear-cut, easy answer of, get this one. However, if you are going to be starting off doing vlogs and doing videos on the go, then something like a video mic's probably the best way to go. But I want to just run you through the mics that I have and the use cases for them, because it very much depends on what you're going to be actually doing as to what mic's going to suit you best. Okay, to start with, we're going to be talking about context. What are you going to be filming? Are you a run and gunner? This is probably the one for you. Are you going to be sitting in a studio like I have been for the last several weeks while we've been on lockdown? A lav might do the best job for you. If you're shooting on a smartphone, there's options for that too. This was the first one that I ever bought. Or maybe you're going to be doing interviews and you just want to be able to talk to the camera. There's options for everything. So let's run through them real quick. The very first microphone I ever purchased was this one here. This is the Saramonic, I forget the code. I'll put it in the description below on the screen somewhere. Anyway, this mic was great. The reason I went for this mic was because it was really simple. I was vlogging on my cell phone and having the old SE, it just clipped into place. I can put it this way, I can put it this way, depending on where I'm pointing the camera, and it worked great. It was better than the phone's audio. Yeah, similar to a lav, it's just a small microphone. It is omnidirectional, so it picks up sound all over the place, but better than standard. And you could plug this in with the dongle or anything if you don't have the jack on your phone anymore, as most of us do if you've upgraded. But it was a great little option. This one was really good. I liked this. It wasn't the best sound, but for the size and the portability, it was great. So let's just have a listen to that. So this is the audio straight out of the Saramonic. It's the, I looked it up so we don't have to. SR-XMI 3.5mm microphone. This is what I started with. It was better than built-in audio. It is quite a way away, and obviously in this room there is a little bit of an echo, so you can probably hear that distance between myself and the camera compared to when I was earlier using the lav. So it's basically like a lav but holding it kind of far away. If you're vlogging and you're right in the camera, it's not going to be, as you can hear, I'm a lot closer to the camera now, it's probably not going to sound anywhere near as bad as if I'm actually sitting back here in the studio. So here I am talking with the lav. I'm in the studio, I'm not moving about, I'm sitting, actually I'm sitting on a chili bin on top of a chair. But anyway, I'm sitting in the studio, I'm not moving about, I'm not walking about. I think this thing's got about 6 meters of range for the cord, so I can actually go quite a way plugged in. The problem is, it's plugged in, there is a cord, it can get caught on things, I can trip on things. In a studio environment, the lav is the perfect mic to go for. You don't need to worry about anything else. Clip it on, you've got good clean audio from the start. You don't have to worry about processing it later that much. It's going to pick up a bit more ambience than something like a bigger shotgun mic, but anytime a microphone is closer to your mouth, you're going to get better audio, end of story. I quite like using this one with my Osmo Pocket because when I'm close by with the Osmo, I can plug it in quite easily. Otherwise, the Saramonic I think works really great with the Osmo as well. This one here, by the way, is a Boya BY-M1 microphone. It runs on a little battery. Oh, hang on, let me get the thing. This is the little control unit, this thing here. So there's a little battery in here and a little switch, so I can switch this between cell phone or camera as it is. So this is quite a bit of cord between the microphone and me, and then there's another like 6 meters after that to the camera itself. So it does have some versatility, and as I said, in this kind of environment, perfect. But if you're running gunning and you're on the road, so to speak, this one's not a road. This one is a Boya BY-MMI video microphone. It's very similar to the Rode Video Micro. It is the same sort of size. It's made out of a nice metal construction, so it's good and solid. It comes with a dead cat, which is very handy. Which normally I just leave on here. It does have a warmer sound. It does pick up a little bit more of its surroundings. It's not quite as isolated as the Rode, but it is a warmer sound, which I quite like. But at half the price too, I mean, it was almost a no-brainer. But if I switch over to this microphone, there you go. Once again, this is going to be a much better sound than the Saramonic. It is a bit more directional. It is pointing directly at my face. But again, in a larger room like a studio, you can hear that it's just not quite as isolated as the lav, because it's going to pick up a little bit more of that room noise. So in order to get the most out of it, you need it closer. So once again, if you're out and about vlogging and you're holding the camera closer to your face, you can hear that it already sounds a little bit better, though it does pick up a bit of room noise, than when I'm further away from the camera like I am right here. So the closer you get to your mouth with any kind of microphone, the better it's going to sound. So if you're out and about running and gunning, this is a great option if you don't want to carry a larger boom microphone. And it definitely has its advantages over the smaller Saramonic, which is a bit more omnidirectional. This one's more directional. It's going to isolate you a little bit more. If I grab it, I've just got it wrapped around the legs. So here it is a little bit closer to my mouth. I'm speaking a lot quieter because it is closer to my mouth, but you can already hear that sounds better, right? But when it's on the camera and I'm holding it at a normal length as I am here, I'm too high up, I'm cutting my head off. If I'm holding it about here, that's about where it would be on the camera if I was speaking. So that's what it would roughly sound like when you're running and gunning and vlogging. So it's a great little option. It's nice and robust. It's very, very durable. It works really, really well. But that's a video mic versus the Saramonic and the lav. Okay, so this one's probably going to be the quietest of the mics. This one is just a regular, I don't even know what, I think there's a Philips MD150. I bought this years ago to use at my wedding for speeches and things, because we just plugged into a guitar amp and away we went. But this sort of microphone, you got to hold it close to your mouth. Very isolating, no phantom power or anything, so it works really great for that. But you can just, hold it up and talk. This would be great for maybe doing interviews, that sort of thing. If you're doing on-camera interviews, I might talk into a microphone like this and then pass it on. See, I was just speaking to you and you guys couldn't hear a thing because I was pointing the mic away from myself. So this is the most isolating. If you just want to really isolate your voice, you do need it quite close to your mouth. So it does have its disadvantages too. And again, this one's just for fun, to give you a really good idea of the difference in mic quality between the different kinds of mics. So really we're just left with the big question, which is, of course, which one should you buy first? Honestly, the best thing to do is to get whatever you can afford. Anything's going to be better than your built-in audio from the start. That's why something like this worked for me, because it was better than what was built into my phone at the time. Ideally, you want to get something like this, a small video microphone that you can just plug into your camera, connect to your hot shoe, and away you go. This is going to give you some really solid audio out and about right off the bat. However, if you're a YouTuber that just sits in your bedroom and talks to the camera, or in a studio setting like this one and talks to the camera, a lav is the best way to go. So your best two options are either a lav if you're sitting and talking, or one of these. If you can get both, even better. At the end of the day, it's like anything. You get what you pay for. If you go and buy a $500 shotgun microphone, it's going to have amazing sound quality, far and above this sort of thing. If you spend 20 bucks, you're going to get this. Fortunately, these aren't too bad. This one was like 30 bucks for me, so it's, I don't know, it's New Zealand dollars. This one was about 50 New Zealand dollars. Both of them half the price of some of the competition, but with still some good quality audio. There's lots of brands out there. Covering brands would be almost impossible without buying a ton of microphones for me. So unless all the microphone companies out there start sending me samples, I thought it was more important probably for you guys, if you're starting off with video production and you need a microphone, you're starting off with YouTube, what kind of microphone was far more important than what brand, because at the end of the day there are so many video mics like this one that sound good, but if you're in a studio and you're going for a lav, honestly the Boya is great, but when I've tried other lavs, unless you're paying a lot of money for them or you're going wireless and getting a whole wireless setup, you're not going to notice a big enough a difference, I don't think, to begin with, if you just go for a cheaper lav, whatever works for you. So hopefully I've given you guys some idea of the options that are out there and what's going to suit you best. I really hope you found this useful and it gave you a better idea of what sort of mic you might want to go for first. I guess that's another video finished. Why am I so bad at finishing videos? You guys take care of yourselves and I'll see you guys again real soon. Yeah, that's it. You can go now. I was going to cover the lens. I can't find my lens cap. Oh, there it is. Found it.